today I'm going to be making puff pastry dough. So to start off, we're going to make our dough, our détrempe. I am currently softening the butter, and then as soon as that's done, I'm going to show you mixing the softened butter, the chilled water, the salt, the all-purpose flour, and the bread flour. And that will make our détrempe. And then I'm going to roll that out to a rectangle and wrap it and put it in the fridge to rest. And then I'll work with my cold butter and make my fat layer. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to start by dissolving my salt in my chilled water. I'm just going to mix that up until the salt is all dissolved. Ready? That salt's nice and dissolved. I'm going to pour that into my big bowl. And then I'm going to put my bread flour, my all-purpose flour, and then all of my softened butter. I'm just going to grab my rubber spatula real quick so that I can scrape the rest of this butter. Don't want to miss out on any of that good buttery goodness. That's what makes this puff pastry so light and flaky. It's all that butter. I get all of it. Alrighty, I'm just gonna mix this up. Make sure I scrape the sides nice. I love the smell of dough. It's very wholesome and homey. Alrighty, it's coming together nicely. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna scrape my spoon. I'm just going to use my hands to bring it the rest of the way together. I'm going to dump it out onto my cutting board. Put that over there for now. Take that to the sink in just a little bit. Just want to make sure I collect all that flour. Make sure it incorporates into the dough. Alrighty, now this I'm just going to flatten out the best I can. And then we're going to wrap this in saran wrap and throw it in the fridge. Now I'm going to take the cold butter and I'm just going to dump it out onto my parchment paper. And we're going to cover it in half like this so it's pushed in between. And I'm just going to take my cup over here and I'm just gonna smush it until it starts coming together. I need to get a new rolling pin. I'm not sure where mine went. But for now, we make do with what we have. What we have is my 3-year-old sippy cup. Alright. Bring it back together. Anything can be a rolling pin if you try hard enough. See, we're getting there. We just gotta work it a little bit more together. Let's take all these excess pieces and we're gonna just smush that back down. Alright, now once I get this laid out, I'm going to also wrap this up and put it back in the fridge until they're both around the same temperature. And then we're going to start making our actual puff pastry dough. Alright, as you can see, I have my fat layer nice in a little rectangle. I'm just going to wrap this up and put it in the fridge until both the détrempe and the fat layer are the same temperature, and then we're gonna get to making our pastry dough. So I have my détrempe for my puff pastry, nice and cooled and chilled, and it's about the same temperature as my fat layer. And now I'm just gonna roll out my dough till it's a nice little rectangle. It's bigger than my fat layer. Alright, now we have our détrempe all rolled out. We're going to put our fat layer. I'm going to peel one side of the parchment off. I'm going to lay it right in the center. And then peel off the other. And then we're going to fold the dough over. I'm going to have to pull it a little bit. Stretch it so that it completely covers that butter layer. And then I'm going to turn it over and we're going to roll this out. We're going to roll this out until it's an even thickness, pretty large rectangle, and then once we're done rolling it out, we're going to fold it over one more time like an envelope. So we're going to fold one side over a third and then another over a third, and then we're going to roll it out one more time, and then we're going to cover it again and put it back in the fridge for at least an hour. And that'll be my first 2 turns on this puff pastry dough. But you don't want to do it too many times at once because your butter gets soft. and you'll lose that delicate layering of the puff pastry dough. Alright, so now I have this at a nice thickness, and it's pretty even, so I'm going to fold it 1/3 and another third, and I'm going to switch it around and just roll it out one more time. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna refrigerate this, and we're gonna do this process probably 3 to 4 more times until it's all rolled out and got its many layers that a good puff pastry should. And we'll come back when it's all ready to get cut up and baked. I just finished my last turn on my puff pastry dough. So we're gonna wrap this back up in saran wrap, and we're gonna refrigerate it for at least an hour, but I think I'm gonna go for a couple of hours, and then we're gonna roll it out and cut it up to shape our croissants I'm gonna make with it. I probably won't bake it today, as we don't really need that many carbs in the house. I'm already baking ciabatta and brioche and a couple other breads, so I'll probably make the puff pastry dough into croissants and bake it on Monday or Tuesday, just when I don't feel like doing anything crazy for breakfast. I might just take out my preformed croissants and throw them in the oven, and then I'll have some fluffy, crispy croissants for breakfast. All thanks to this beautiful puff pastry dough that's taken hours. So we're gonna put this back in the fridge, let it get nice and cold, and then once it's cooled down, we're gonna roll it out, shape our croissants.